Alright, this is number 10 of the mantra tutorials, and in this one we're going to take a look at how to get an actual sequence of rendered frames into a compositing program. So I'm going to go from the process of hitting render to getting into After Effects. So this is the sequence we're going to render. It's a camera swipe over this character. It's going to look like this. Whoop, whoop. Yes, we're going to render 50 frames. So it's nothing fancy, but yeah. The image is going to look like this. It's going to be quite low quality since I want to get this out fast, but yeah, it will still cover how to get it in and how to actually export things from Houdini into After Effects. So let's do that. So first of all, we need to set up the rendering frame range and the quality. The resolution I have is 720p, but I've also on the mantra node I've overridden the camera resolution and I put half resolution, so it's half that, which is 640 by 360. The start and end frames are going to be 1 and 50. So I'm only going to render 50 frames. The pixel samples I'm going to put to 2 by 2. I'm not going to put any motion blur, nothing like that. No fancy stuff on here at all, to be honest. Yeah, so that seems to be it. Now, just make sure the camera is cam 1. And go to Steam View, go to Objects, cam 1. Great. So now we can go to this like film roll here. We can go here and go click test render sequence and hit that. And it's gonna start rendering. I'll just wait until first frame renders and then I'll pause this and I'll come back when it's finished. So it's gonna pop up a convert window like this, which kind of tells what frame it's on and the rendering time down here. And then another window will pop up, which is the actual viewer of the image that we're rendering. It's gonna look like this. This viewer is the same viewer as the render view. Basically, you have the passes here. You have your alpha, your colors. You can do some gamma on the viewer if you want, just to check. Yeah. But yeah, I'll catch you guys when this is finished, when it's rendered all 50 frames, and we'll check it out in After Effects. Or first of all, how to export it, but then in After Effects. Alright, see you guys in a minute. Alright, the render just finished, and it took about 10 minutes, which is not that fast, to be honest. As I said, Mantra is not known to be the fastest renderer, but it does produce pretty high quality results. So anyway, here we can see the full sequence. I'm gonna play it through. Just a camera zoom on this little character or this rubber toy. So now we can export this into After Effects and see how we can get it into compositing. I'm gonna export this as an EXR sequence. Basically, EXR is the standard for any feature film or any animation studio, so I would recommend everyone to use that. PNGs and JPEGs are not really a thing, and MOVs not really either. So EXR is the standard, 16-bit floating point usually. So how do we export this? Well, I like to do it like this way. I like to do it like get into sequence runner like this, and then go to File, Save Sequence As, and this little window pops up. We're gonna expand it if I can drag it down. Regardless. Okay, so in here we are gonna wanna pick a path. So I'm gonna find a desktop. Let's put on intro to Houdini. Let's put on new, like just put test render, like that, a new folder. Then the images, I'm gonna call them test underscore render dot $F, which basically means it will take each frame and it will put it as a number for each image, which will make it into image sequence basically. So it's very important to have $F to have that like the frame range on it. Then we're gonna change the extension to EXR, and then we can pretty much hit accept. As you see, this window will kind of bug out like this, but that's fine. So now we can pretty much hit save on this. So I'm gonna save it. And we're gonna wait until it finishes. So it's gonna pop a little window called image write completed. 50 files written successfully. I'm gonna click OK. And I'm now gonna be going ahead and loading up After Effects, and we're gonna jump into there and see how that's. Alright, we're in After Effects now, and we're gonna import the sequence. So I'm just gonna open the folder here. I'm gonna drag the first frame in. And that should import the sequence of images, I think. Yeah, there we go. Or did it do it? No, it didn't. Alright. Then let's go ahead and copy this path. Let's go ahead and import file. Then we're gonna copy it like that. And we're just gonna take like that, open equal, and check OpenEXR sequence and import. There we go. So now we have it here. We can drag it into a new composition, and it's gonna open. And we can put a new solid behind this thing. Just get a nice backdrop like that. We'd render this with Houdini, the free license of Houdini, which means that it will contain a watermark like this. But for learning, that's fine, you know. Even for making it real, they don't really care too much about having that, as long as they know that you know some stuff in Houdini. But yeah, so this is basically how you bring it into Houdini. Now you can do any compositing things on this. We didn't really bring it as a multi-channel EXR, so we don't have any passes, but we can do any kind of color correcting that we want to do on this. And yeah, that's how you get things from Houdini to After Effects. It's very simple. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this mantra tutorials. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.